What's up, everybody? Cappuccino behind the scenes here on another great episode of Connecting the Dots with Karen. Listen, if you like what you see here today, go to the old Google box, 216 Creator Studios on the old YouTube there. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, ding that bell for the future notifications. We always appreciate the support. Miss Karen.
Hola.
I love, hola.
Hola.
¿Cómo está?
Oh,
¿Está bien? ¿Está bien?
está bien.
Yeah.
¿Y tú?
Yeah, that's as far as it goes. I'm going to embarrass myself any further.
Actually, ditto. Thank you.
We did pretty good. We did pretty
I was
good.
all confident, like, oh,
Yeah, you were super confident
muy
about
bien.
asking where the bathroom was. That was awesome. I love the hat, by the way.
Thanks. It's so humid out, and I'm going to go to a concert in the square later in Huntley.
That's pretty cool.
Dan,
Who's playing at the concert?
Pino.
Yep.
Nice.
He's so good. So Dan's,
Yeah.
that's it up.
You know what? I love the life you're living.
Me too.
Number one, I want to mention how good you look because
thank
you look
you.
fantastic. New energy. It sounds weird when I do it. It sounds like you need a cop around when I do it. But seriously though, you're really. I watch you on
Thanks.
Facebook. You're out there. You're having a good time. You're
Thanks.
helping people.
Thanks.
You always bring the most beautiful guests here, as well
Careful,
as you
ladies.
can see around. Right.
Chala.
Hey, ladies, how you doing? Yeah, I got one too. But I think anything other than A to Z has really been doing well over there.
Yeah, really good.
I love those guys. They
the best.
they saved my back.
Yeah.
For
It's
literally.
not only for your back though; it's for other things.
No, I
too,
know,
so,
I know.
but
But
yeah.
through my weight loss process,
Yeah,
it's been.
and you look great.
Thanks. I try. I'm getting there. It's a slow process.
It is always
Cappuccino takes time. As a chef of a long time,
Yeah.
and all the wrong things that you could put in your body that I have experimented. I'm still here.
Amen.
But yeah, I'm working hard at it.
Yeah.
But they're the ones that keep me moving because I lock up and I don't know if you know this, but I'm not a spring chicken anymore.
You're not?
No.
Welcome to the club.
You look so good.
No. Well, listen,
like
like,
you're
we
21.
already had that discussion.
You're already on the show, girl. Right?
Don't
I need to kind of butter it up a little bit.
You're already on the show. You're good.
You're good. Throw out that fishing line, whatever you want to do. Show's yours. So what's new? Anything new?
I moved to Crystal Lake, which has been amazing.
Okay.
And I'm just right by Three Oaks, and so it's so beautiful. I thank God every morning. I'm like wake up to that, and shout out to Water's Edge. Water's Edge, if you want to sponsor this podcast, please do.
Yes.
But I mean, it is just so gorgeous, and I am so thankful every single day. So it's been great. I'm getting lots of steps in, and meeting a lot of people, and it's a great community.
Yeah.
Mhm. Loving Crystal Lake.
How's the dog doing?
Oh, my little Walter.
I saw a picture the other day.
He's
Was
so,
so
now I'm
cute.
going to talk like a baby.
Okay.
He's so cute though. He's like my soul dog. He's my soul dog. So yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
love dogs. I would love to get another dog, but maybe in time.
Yeah. Well, and we're coming into the hot months, right? It's
Mhm.
getting humid, getting hot, but then we'll be
It's like
complaining
hot.
that it's cold all over again.
Always Midwest.
There's always something to complain about.
Always
here.
something.
Construction and weather.
Yes.
That's what we usually do.
Yes.
But a lot of great things happening around
Yeah.
the Crystal Lake area as well. Stay tuned. Shared Connections Network Group put out The Art of Leveling Up. First episode just aired today. So folks, check that out on the old YouTube channel, 216 Creator Studios. Don't be afraid to go check things out and maybe grab some of those golden nuggets that can help improve your life and your business. Why not, right?
Why not? Why not?
So who do we got today, Karen?
Well, I am so excited because this is such an exciting episode for me. I have two of my not only amazing friends, they're amazing businesswomen in the community. They are so involved. And when they both said, I was like, she said yes. And I was like talking to her and I was like, ooh, I got to put her. So this is going to be high energy.
Oh, that's fine.
So buckle up. But no, they make such a difference in our community. I'm all about community and leveling up. And these two ladies are my ladies. So I want to introduce them. Well, I'm going to have them introduce themselves. So who wants to go first?
All right.
Oh,
All right, friends. Well, thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah.
Karen. You are one of my favorite
Mhm.
people, and I'm super excited to be here on your podcast just to share just the what it is to be just authentic to your person and to your business and to God and everything that you are. It just stems out of just the, the authenticity that God made you to be. So my name is Ana Morado. I am a real estate agent with HomeSmart Connect. I'm also the director of agent resources for HomeSmart Connect. I've been an agent almost for 10 years. Before I am a real estate, I am a Christ follower. He is the one that leads me to everything. And guides me through everything. So, yes. And then I am happily married. It's going to be 20 years in July 28th. So.
Nice.
And together we have our blended family of 4 kids. So yeah, 2 boys and 2 girls. And I'm just super blessed. If I can just narrow it down to one word, just blessed.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And her husband, you have to
I like the
him.
blended family. I'm going to use that.
Okay.
That's awesome. But I only have 2.
I was going to, yeah.
Having 2 kids alone is hard.
Yeah.
As it is.
Yeah.
To have
And then you
4.
blend families.
I
I was under
but
30.
you're blessed with 2
4
of each.
kids.
Yeah. But you got 2 of each, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
where you stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Aw,
Yeah.
thanks, girl.
Yeah.
All right. And then we have this lovely lady.
Well, this lovely lady with the strange, weird, exotic accent. My name is Mabel Hanson. I was born in Spain. I'm happily married. I work with New York Live. My son, I only have 1 son, and 2 granddaughters. So I'm very proud Air Force mom. So it's very important for me.
Yes, of course.
I love it. My daughter also is in the Air Force. It took me a 3rd try, but I am in a very good marriage, 11 years. And you know why it's funny? God works in mysterious ways, because I came from, although in Spain, everybody is Catholic by default. They don't ask you the first month you are there. I didn't believe in anything. And I came to the United States, and he took me and he put me on my knees and says, you know what? You are mine.
Love that.
So it's, when you know the dark side, the bright side is even brighter.
Oh,
It's like,
to that.
give it to me. Love it.
Love that. Love that.
Okay, we can stop here.
Because I have a story behind too.
No, but so that's what today I want to just talk about, like the power of faith in business and connection, and just how God opens doors and puts people in the right places and uses them in our lives. And you both have been like instrumental in my life, just in helping me and just, like connecting the dots with me. Like, I've known you forever. I met you through Drew, and we all, all of our things. And you guys have just been so instrumental in my life, all of you, and helping me. And I just am so grateful. So that's what we're going to talk about today. A little bit of business, a little bit of faith, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So, all right. So I don't know. I don't know if I should just ask you or just, what, I'm just going to lay it out there. So, I believe everybody has a story behind where they are today. So can you just maybe share one of your stories that led you to the business? Like, why did you choose real estate?
Yeah, for sure. So one of the reasons I was a teacher for a long time, and my first career, for those of you that do not know, I was a hairdresser. I was a mom at 18 years old, and I was about to go to college when I found out that I was going to be a mom instead, not a college student. So I had to kind of do like a 360 turn. And my mom was a cosmetologist, and she's like, well, why don't you just go to hair school? You've been really good at it, So yeah, I went to cosmetology school. Then I always loved teaching, helping, serving, and I got into educating for like big salons through like Redken Professional and going through different shows and all that stuff. I totally did not want to be behind a chair, so I did that for 7 years, and then after that I went back to school. Was raising 2 babies under 16 months old. So that's how God just says, hey, you have these plans, but if you don't align them with mine, I'm going to teach you to be aligned with me. I always struggled with that, kind of just like doing my own thing, but not really, like, and then just including him, like kind of like putting him in my pocket and just like follow along with me, buddy. Okay, come on. But yeah, so definitely had a lot of detours, went into teaching. And then when I met my handsome husband, he was actually my parents' realtor. And he showed us a house that I ended up buying. And, he made it sound and look so good. And then he went and then the market crashed and he went into the trades. But anyhow, I was like, I can't be settled in one place. I love serving. I love helping. I love educating. What can I do to kind of just have like a hobby in that, but also that pays well? So I went into real estate, right? And I love it. I was teaching at the same time, and I did real estate on the side as a side hustle for many years, and I did very, very well. 2 years ago, I told my husband, I was just like, I'm getting too old to kind of, do both. And I want to go to real estate full time. And yeah, so I love the flexibility. I was able to be there for my girls and my kids, and being able to still teach, the flexibility of it. I didn't want to be a multi-million-dollar producer. I just really, my heart is to serve and help and educate, my community and my clients and my friends. Those clients are my friends now. It's not like a number volume thing for me. It's more of relational for me. So I think that's what made me go into real estate.
What does you have like a little bumper sticker or something, right?
A little bumper sticker.
Don't you have something on your car that?
Oh, it's just my little like magnet that says, call your homegirl Ana Morado. Homegirl, because my friend, I grew up, I'm Mexican, and I grew up in the ghetto per se, or not in the good side of, of my hometown, Elgin. And for us and our culturally, we say homegirl, like you're my bestie.
Yeah.
Like you're my homegirl,
Yeah.
Karen, right? But that is now my slogan, homegirl. Right.
I love
it
that.
has both meanings. It carries both who I am, my authenticity. And it's, I am your friend in real estate, which is AKA homegirl.
Oh, I love it.
Goodness.
How fun.
All right, Miss Mabel.
How can I beat that? Okay, no. It's different story because I come from another country, I come from another continent, and I came here during the big crisis, 2009. The last day of 2009 is when I moved to this country. With my ex-husband, we moved to Long Island, and we used to work together. Then, unfortunately, the divorce happened, and we didn't want to work together, So then, what happened? It was the COVID, etc., etc. And 3 times a company that is not the current one I work with or for is invite me to become in the part of the insurance and all this thing. So I guess 3 times seems like God wants to tell me something. So I accepted. It wasn't my idea at all. And then after 2 years with that company, New York Life decided to give me an invitation where you don't come with us. And I grew up with them in the sense that I do investments, and it's not just life insurance. New York Life is a giant in the industry. It's amazing. So I did it. And I like the flexibility.
Sure.
I like the money.
Yeah.
I love that. But it is true that I think sales, we all sales. We all sell. We are salesmen. Every one of us. Is the toughest thing ever. It is. If you don't have your hobby supporting you, it's very tough.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed with my husband.
That's awesome.
It's amazing in that way. But yeah, I think that if someone asked me, would you continue your life doing what you do? I'll leave it, go full time to ministry. I will leave everything behind.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I could see that.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, because I love to help my people.
You do.
I became. I mean, I see my story. When I came here, I was in my late 30s. I had to live everything. I left everything behind.
Mm.
I didn't have a pension. I didn't have an insurance. I didn't have anything. And I came here, another country, another, everything was different. And I built a nice, comfortable situation financially now. If I can do that, you can do that.
Absolutely.
So
Oh, that's
let me help you. And so I have a passion for ladies.
Mm.
Ladies is like, girls, you don't know what is going to happen in your life.
Mhm.
And start to build your nest.
Mhm.
Maybe
Mhm.
you don't know how. But what is it? What is your pay? Your kids? You have a mortgage? You don't have any private pension? What it is? Tell
Mhm.
me.
Mhm.
Like you say, oh, so you say the hometown, like
Yeah, the homegirl.
like this, you
Yeah.
know?
Mhm.
It's like, talk to me.
Of
and if we have to
course.
cry, we have to
Yeah.
cry.
Oh,
And it's
absolutely.
okay.
Mhm.
It is okay.
It is okay.
We wear
Mhm.
waterproof mascara. I put a little
Amen.
on just in case.
Oh, I love Yeah.
Plus,
And because you have a story, Mabel, that identifies with
Mhm.
their story,
Yeah.
I feel like there's that trust. I think in sales, it's not so much of like, oh, how much I can get out of that person.
Yeah.
It's how much I can trust you. You know, so they can trust you with building their wealth, right? And they can trust me and actually building their wealth too, but buying real estate. But it's a big commitment, both of them.
It
Right?
is.
It requires
Yeah.
discipline. It requires trust. It requires all these factors that people have no idea what it is about. But I think it's because you're so authentic and they
Mhm.
see your heart. You know, like you pour out your heart to them and say, hey, here's my heart. This is, and then they're like, oh, okay, well, I can trust you with anything that, you advise me to.
But you know, too, we are not the cup of tea of everybody.
No.
And we
Right.
cannot, and it's okay.
Right.
It's
Right.
okay. I fired clients, and if we are not the perfect
They're
match, it's
aligned, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You know that
Yeah.
too. I mean, you are out there in the community. You have feeling with someone, and with others, like, oh my God, I don't want to see you again. I mean, sorry, but it's
Well,
true.
I'll throw a little piece on that. Not everybody's meant to connect,
Right.
Yeah.
and that's okay. Everybody works variable and differently, right? And sometimes the journey of your life may carry with you and a person, but as people change in certain ways, those split. To where, and that's okay too. But what we have forgotten in today's society is just because we don't agree doesn't mean I hate you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that seems to be a thing right now. That's why a lot of the world's on fire.
Mhm.
I'm a man of not necessarily faith, but I'm spiritual. I have a lot that goes with it. I'm the son of an ex-nun from the Roman Catholic Church. Okay, so there's a lot of forced religion upon me.
Yeah.
But my mom was smart. And she utilized common sense to kind of go with how to be a good person.
Yeah.
And it was always taught to me that, and this is actually something that I actually teach out of my other businesses, authentic sales.
Yes.
Authentic sales means you are selling yourself as a person.
100%.
You're authentically.
Yeah.
And if people like you, then you're building a network. If you're building the right network, why would they go outside of you to do anything?
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's how that breaks. And they're gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna bring you Jane because you need to meet, you need to connect. And then that's just an added to the arsenal in your network, in your group. And good people do good things. And the bigger the group of good people, bigger things happen. Right. So you kind of depend on each other, almost like a family, in order to do that. That's why I love this group at the table, because I know all three of you pretty much work that way. And this is one of my favorite subjects to talk about.
Yeah.
Coming from a different country and going through 3 marriages, listen, and then that kind of goes back to you were meant to have the journey at the time. And then it was meant to separate so you could jump on the next path for the next part of your journey. You're here for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever that reason may be. But you're on the path that was not maybe given to you.
Right.
Maybe God gave it to you. Maybe God created that whole scenario ahead of time. Right. either way, you're on that path and you're still doing great things for other people. And it's not about at the end of a lifespan how much you have in the bank, what kind of materials you have, how comfortably you were able to live. It's about the legacy that you leave behind for other
Absolutely.
people to follow
Yeah.
and keep creating that. That's how you live forward when you're no longer here.
Mhm.
Right? Does that make
I
sense?
love
Yeah.
that.
So,
I love
and I
that.
love that discussion because you guys are all saying the same thing. So I'm like, I gotta get my cappuccino ordered.
All right,
I
you're
love
done.
that. Thank you so
No, I'm
much.
just kidding.
Love
No,
that.
it is so true. The legacy you leave behind, right? And I mean, you can tell they're so authentic. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you're my friends, right? Like and again, not everybody's you might not be everybody's cup of tea, but bless and release and next person. And yeah, I love this. I love this. This is making me so happy.
I love it.
So what has been like one of the most rewarding, what would you say is rewarding for you in your career? Like one of the most, can you give a story?
I think it's just really delivering that joy. It's not so much of delivering that home, but that joy.
Mm.
Either it's the first time home buyer that is 25 years old and is, instead they already finished off paying their college debt and they're investing in their first property, whether it's an investment or something, it's just giving them ownership of something, right? And or it's that divorce. We were talking about it this morning, that divorce, client that she had to struggle and go through the fire to get to this, and for her to use those assets to buy a house for her own family, like her children on her own, and that pride and that joy, those joyful tears that she she shed were just like, to me, it was just I was so grateful for them, because I was able to share that joy with her, that couple that is now downsizing, they're selling their property and downsizing or relocating to a different, warmer state. And I'm so jealous of them. They're moving on. Yes, it's sad and it's kind of like bittersweet to sell their home where their children were raised, but they're now they hold hands and it's just them, and they're relocating to a different state where they can rekindle that marriage, right?
Yeah.
So I think what's most rewarding for me is to be part of everybody's story,
That's
right?
awesome.
That journey. And that's to me, it's like the most rewarding part of just hearing and being part of that journey.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I'm going to ask you a different question.
Sounds good to me.
So many people see your success, right? But not always the work behind it. So what is something you want people to realize maybe about your journey that they don't see?
Good question.
I would say people always.
Thank goodness you didn't ask me that. Just kidding.
I actually have it written on here. Do not ask. That for Mabel. Just kidding.
No, people usually, it's like the iceberg. They only see the top.
No.
They see only the baby, but they have not seen the pregnancy. And this is a mindset.
Yeah.
Business. Yours,
Love that.
mine, like I will tell you, people don't know how bad I've been and still grieving. Silly, okay, but one of my pets, I had to put it down after vacation, not even 1 month ago. And I don't want to see anybody.
Yeah.
Because I still grieving.
Of
I had the tool
course.
right there in my acreage, and it's tough.
Yeah.
And the only one who keeps me going is Jesus. And when I'm overwhelmed, take the wheel, because I can't. I mean, I really can't. So it's not. It is a great industry: real estate, insurance, investments, all that is very, very, very good. Your business, but you have to put a lot of your skin there.
Yep. Sacrifice.
A lot of
Yeah.
A lot of sacrifice.
Yes.
Yep.
And sometimes the freedom is a trap
Mm. Mhm.
because you don't have to be 9 to 5.
Correct.
Yeah, you're
It's-
constant.
So
You're a solopreneur. You're out
Mhm.
there. You're responsible for you,
yeah,
and therefore you have to follow through. You're only accountable for your own
Mhm.
actions.
Mhm.
You have to take the bad with the good. If you screw up, yep, it was me. How do I fix it? That should be the mindset, though.
Yeah.
It's not about what happens to you; it's what you do about it, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's how you move forward as an entrepreneur or solopreneur.
Yeah. for
So
sure.
continue.
no, and you know, it's also tough when the last decision is not up to you.
Yes.
It's up to someone
Mhm.
who is shopping, who is doing this, who is doing that. So you have to be ready for the roller coaster.
Mhm.
And I said before, and I will say it again, I like what I do. But if it comes the opportunity of a ministry that I care enough, I leave the money behind and I do what I want to do. I mean, what I want to do, I mean ministry. But yeah, I think mindset is the key here.
Everything.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna switch it back to you. So you talked about, you were a young mom
Yeah.
and everything. So what advice would you give somebody who's just like starting out in their career?
Yeah. Never give up. Keep going. There's going to be obstacles and detours and lots of falls, lots of pain. You're going to get bruised and you're going to get, but just keep going. Get back up and just keep going. You'll fall, keep going, and I think the best advice that I can give is that cling on to, metamorphically speaking, a rope so if you do fall, it won't hurt as bad. And that is my lifeline to, as a Christian, to God. And I try to really, if it wasn't for God, I would have been totally distracted and at the notion that where I got my acceptance letter to the University of Central Florida, and then a week after I got my pregnancy results to be a mom, right? So again, that I had to make a decision. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? But if I didn't have the support of my parents and the support of we were going to church, and I wouldn't know what to do. And I think when you don't know what to do and you don't have any guidance, it's 10 times harder. It's 10 times harder. And again, I think I went back to what would my parents do? What did my parents do? They came from Mexico. My mom actually found community. She was so alone with 5 kids. My dad was in the picture, but he did not want to have nothing to do with religion. Again, it was very culturally, to be a Catholic, and she just wanted to. My mom wanted to find community, and so she went. I think one of her friends are in beauty school because she was going to beauty school at that time, invited her to her church, and she just found that little glitch of community that spoke her language, that kind of were in the same struggles that she was with kids, and in a different country. And she found answers in the Bible. She found answers walking with God. And again, so then I remembered hey, I need to just find answers, right? And sometimes those are not the answers that you want, but at least you have a guide. They're guardrails, right? God, your faith is like a guardrail. It kind of just, it doesn't, you drive, God drives with you, but they're guardrails when you are on the road. So yeah, I think it's just to never give up and really put your faith in something stronger, whatever that looks like, right? And whatever religion it is, just you can't do it alone.
Yeah.
And so you would need community, you would need faith, you would need something
Mhm.
else that, because your mind betrays you, the
Yes.
enemy's behind you is
Yes.
telling you, you can't do this, you can't do that. Look, you wanted to go to school, and you're not going to school. I end up actually getting a degree at 30 years old, and I'm not ashamed of you,
Yeah.
of
That's
it,
awesome.
I never gave up.
Yeah.
I wanted that for myself. I wanted
Right.
that as an example for my children.
Absolutely.
When
That
my son
legacy.
graduated from U of I in 2022, I said, hey, we both did it. He's like, yeah, Mom, we both did it. Because you sacrifice a lot.
Yes.
And God sees that. God sees your sacrifice as as Jesus did. And you sacrifice a lot. So I think that just tends to create your personality, I'm a little rough around the edges, and I really don't care. This is me, right?
That's what I love. So this hat might fool you, but you guys all know.
I don't even have edges at this point.
But it's me. I love
Yes.
it. I show it,
Yes.
and it's not because it's me. It's
Right.
it's
right.
for all the struggles that we've been
Yes.
through,
Yes,
right?
Yes. Yes.
It creates a bigger and tougher skin and
Yes.
heart that
Yes.
we are out there pouring it out to
Gain
everybody.
strength.
Mhm.
It gains strength.
Mhm.
You know, mom used to tell me, and it was the way she always put everything was always beautiful. She said, because I said, why do tragic things happen to good people? She's like, tragic things happen to all people, but when God creates tragedy, there's opportunity that lies in between, but you have to look for it.
Mhm. Love that.
Isn't that awesome?
Ooh,
Yeah.
thanks,
And
Mom.
so, right. So, and literally everything that's ever happened through my
Yeah.
life, I looked for the opportunity and found it,
Mhm.
and grabbed onto it. And maybe that opportunity wasn't great for the minute,
Yeah.
but it led me on to the opportunity that I have now.
Yes.
Right?
For
So-
sure.
I so believe that. I've shared that I had, I didn't have a great childhood. It was very rough. And, at that time I would be like, God, why is this happening to me? But now I realize he made that, he built me who I is because I am tough. I am resilient. We talked about tattoos
Yes.
a little bit
Mhm.
earlier, and actually my word is surrender. And I know I'm going to get a tattoo that just says surrender there because you talk about that, right?
Yeah,
Just
100%.
whatever struggles you're going through. Sometimes it is just so much easier to just surrender, and it feels so much lighter when you do, because you're right. The devil gets in your head and you think all these things, but when you just surrender and just give it,
Mhm.
and you both have helped me so much in that.
For sure.
You have. I'm not even gonna. But what other question was I gonna ask? So
I'm
Yes.
sorry, but you were talking about that and
tattoo.
about overcoming situations,
Yeah.
and see in the mess
Yeah.
as an opportunity that maybe it's not presented right now, but it's going to help you. You're going to see in the future.
Mm.
And one of the verses says here in Romans 5:3, it says, and only that, but we also rejoice in our afflictions because we know that affliction produces endurance.
Oh,
Endurance
gosh, that's my
produces
favorite.
proven character, and proven character produces hope.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Preach it,
Hallelujah, girl.
Amen to that.
taking- yeah.
Absolutely.
But
It's
true.
so true.
It is so true.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we had to learn one of my favorites that I think someone is one of my favorite prayers is serenity prayer.
Mhm.
And I think they created for the salespeople, and when I think about these situations, say, please help me
Mm.
to accept the things that I
Can't
cannot
control.
Yeah.
change. And I always say the same thing because in my field, we have to constantly have designations and exams and stuff. I say, you know what, Lord, open the door you want me to go cross, and close the ones that you don't want to go.
Mhm.
You want me here? There is a reason. Since I was 5 years old, I recorded in a tape. I'm old, I know. I recorded in a tape that I will be living in the United States, that I will have in just one son, and I will be married with a black dress. my wedding. And the last thing he told me is that we will become a widow. And I've been divorced, living in a couple without being married, and I'm happily married. And my husband is much older than I am. So I don't want to see that for a long time.
Mm.
But all the rest of the things, it happened.
It happened.
Everything I said, oh, that is spooky a little bit.
Yeah.
But hey, you don't know in that moment.
Yeah.
That's right.
Things happen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And sometimes too, like, sorry,
Sure.
like God, you know, you want those doors to open so much, and
Yes.
God is like slamming them and protecting you, right? And you
Mhm.
don't think that in that moment. You want that situation to happen. You're like, no, and trying. And God is like, I'm showing you, girl. I'm gonna shut the door, and you're trying to maybe jingle it a little bit, give a, you know, and he's still kind of shutting it. But that's like one thing I've like really learned too, that those closed doors are just blessings. And when you see those blessings and like the bigger plans he has for you,
Yeah.
I mean,
Blessings
it's
in
a,
disguise.
it is blessings in disguise. What were you gonna
Yeah,
say?
I was just going to admire your, like talking about surrender.
Yeah.
Just I hear and I see just that you're completely surrendered to God's purpose and God's plan, timing, and I love that. I love that. That's something to admire. That's
It is.
When
it's inspiring.
I mean, I don't know when you became, maybe you grew up being a Christian. I
Mhm.
didn't.
Mhm.
I rejected the church,
Same.
Catholic forever. And God brought me here. And sometimes I'll ask him, say, you brought me here just to make me a Christian? I mean, that's a lot. I mean, I didn't see that coming. But
Yeah.
so maybe that was that.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, is the only one who never changes.
Mhm.
It is the same. It was the same. It is the same. It's going to be the same all the time. And
I think that's what gives me security, that he is constant. He is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. For me, security was a big deal, a big thing. I had a childhood trauma, when I was very young, and security for me was a big deal. Security of employment, security in my marriage, security in my family, and I think that just knowing that God is constant all the time, and he is good all the time, just gives me that sense of like just peace, right? And I love that you are completely surrendered, because I struggle with that. I struggle with aligning my plans with his plans. Sometimes I go 50, miles an hour. He only goes 20. And I'm like, okay, speed it up.
The gas pedal's on the right.
So, right. But I feel like, but I am obedient, but does it take a little while to be obedient? I'm kind of like that kid where your mom has to pinch you on the side and be like, did you listen? So I love that. I love that we all kind of like, we are all walking in faith, but with different speeds, different momentums, different,
every journey is different.
I love that.
And it's
like,
you know what? I think that's always like one person you could call. It could be like 2 a.m. and you're sitting there and you're like, I'm gonna scroll on TikTok. Oh, maybe I should talk to you guys. That would be like, I feel like guys like, no, I want you to text me. I'm like, hold on, I just want to see these overalls on TikTok.
Right.
It's
like
but
enough selfies.
hey, what do you say? I'm gonna take a selfie later. No, but that's like for me through faith journey. Like I was the same. I grew up Catholic, had a very horrible experience, and I was like, I trust me, I never even thought I'd be talking about God on something like this, let alone like I've been saying that on social media and everything like that. But that is one thing I see that God has always been protecting me and guiding me, and I just didn't know, and I had to like go through some really hard times to get that myself, and so that's part of my story a little bit.
When you're young and you're delivered to it.
Like
you kind of
said,
rebel. Like, listen, I was so forced into it.
Same.
I can recite the book backwards.
I mean,
and I'm still not
absolutely.
religious.
But
here's my thing. I'm so comfortable with myself. That I go, if that works for you, I want to support that because I like you. I love you.
Sure.
I want you to win. Right. So I will support it 100%. I will never go against the grain for anybody's religion,
Mhm.
as long as it's working for them
Yeah.
and
Whatever.
not hurting anybody else in their path
Amen,
to
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For me, there's a thing about being grateful.
Yes.
Nico and I went camping recently, and I try to do this once a year. I get out there and I look at the trees, I look at the water, we do some fishing. We realize what's on this blueberry, and then all the noise that we have already created in it.
Mm.
And then all that noise has to be silenced once in a while to be grateful.
Mhm.
You get to go home, you flick on a switch, the lights come on.
Yeah.
You get to lift the handle, the water comes out.
Right.
There's, your absolute worst day in this country is somebody's best day somewhere else.
Mm.
Somebody's waking up in a militia, had to kill their parents, go to another village and do the same thing.
Yeah.
Where our problems is the Wi-Fi is not working. And I'll tell you, for a good
Yeah.
mindset and a good practice for what I do is hateful and grateful can't share a space.
That's true.
So I keep a grateful journal.
Absolutely.
And then I review it and go,
Yeah.
oh, let's see what I want. And then I go nuts. And then I go, well, let's see what I have. Well, wait a minute. Let's see what I've already accomplished.
Yeah.
Right. And then it brings me down to earth a little bit. And I go, oh, yeah. It was the original mission. Okay. Back to that.
Yeah.
Right. So it takes the noise. It quiets the noise.
Mhm.
And religion and your faith helps quiet the noise. And you need that. Listen, when you're ready to leave all the money behind, I'm here. Laura. If you want, I'll hold it. And just
Okay.
come back.
Sure.
No, I'm just kidding. But I also admire that.
Yeah.
Not everybody could just drop everything in their life and be like, this is what I want to dedicate the last half of my life to. But I also know that in a life journey, those opportunities through tragedy sets. So you go, hey, I've done this. I've done that. What haven't I done? And, we only visit. So how much time do I have? And how do I get it done? Right. And so your focus changes.
Mhm.
And so if people in your way, and if you help 10, you get 20.
Mhm.
That was always my authentic sales pitch. And if I help you, we become friends, you're going to pass somebody else to me that's going to help me.
Mhm.
And the one thing it took me for a long time to understand, because I'm old school, is how to accept a gift or a thank
Yes.
you
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
anything. And when I don't, because I was taught that, like, you go help them, but you don't accept money.
Yeah.
You go do this, and we don't accept presents, or you don't know how to accept a present. You don't know what to say. You don't know what to do. It becomes awkward. And then somebody told me, well, when you do that and you turn it away, you're turning away the opportunity to them to help you.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yeah.
so now
Like that.
you're kind of
Yeah.
damaging their system.
Yeah.
So it's okay to accept,
Yeah.
Sure.
but I guess my go-to would always be, nope, I'm going to come over to your house,
Yeah.
Mabel, and
Yeah.
fix your plumbing because it's the right thing to do.
In my season right
You
now,
know.
I've had so many people, such a great support.
Yeah.
And I've been that person. I'm like, no, I'm good. And now I'm like, okay. And the amount of people that have helped me, I have so much gratitude for that. And I released that, I surrendered it. And I was like, okay, instead of just not, because sometimes too, people that gives them such joy, that gives me such joy to help people. So how you said, if I'm like, I can help you, you're almost like, you're stealing my joy. I want to help
Right.
you,
You
so,
are.
but,
Yeah.
and we're all helpers, right? We love to
Yep.
help people.
Right.
So it kind of takes that back. But that's actually one thing too. I've just really been okay. And not that I do things with intent for people to bring that back to me, but I feel like right now is
Sure.
everything is okay, people, so I'm accepting
Well, if you
all
find
that.
out what you want to do to
Mhm.
make money to
Mhm.
survive here,
Yeah.
but it's helping people,
Yeah.
you got to help somebody,
Oh,
which
I
is a
know.
paycheck and rewarding.
I know.
And then you got money to feed yourself to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a great life.
Yeah.
It really is.
Absolutely.
As long as you're not the guy that's out there gouging people for that. There's going to be $10 million for me now. No, stop. Right.
Yeah.
Because there's enough of that right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It cost me $20 to mow my lawn the other day. I complained about it for 2 seconds and I said, well, if I don't have a resolution for the complaint, it's just complaining. So it's not going to do me any good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I just mowed my lawn.
Mhm.
But so how we maneuver in this world based on faith, you can do it. You
Yeah.
do it. And then that what's coming ahead of you will always be a road.
Yeah.
and never a tree. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
There'll
Yeah.
always be a path. I love
And
that.
again, like
Multiple.
whatever, I'm sorry,
No.
whatever, like, I feel like too, like you said, like whatever you believe in, whatever gets you through the day, whatever gets you
Yes.
up in the morning, you know, but like, for me right now, that has been a huge thing. And even I'm doing grateful for even the bad things that are happening. I still grateful because I feel like lately God has been like, I'm going to give you this. You know what? Hold on. Let me just give you this. Hold on. I'm not done with you. I'm just going to give you, you know, all of this. But then I know he's building me for something bigger and better. And because I am like strong and I can take it. So I'm like, what you got? You know, I mean, I'm okay now. No, I'm like, maybe let's take
Well,
it
at the
down a
end
little
of that,
bit.
you get God's gift basket. Look
Yeah.
at that,
Yeah.
right?
And I feel like, again, there have been so many blessings that like now it's like, and that's why, like, again, every morning I'm walking. And even today, you know, talking about sounds, you get like in nature too,
Mhm.
I mean, I record all the time, every little thing, but you know, this
No, you
morning, I do. But this morning when I was walking Walter this morning around the quarry, there was just these little birds and I was just listening to them and I was like, bird, are you talking to me? Like I didn't record, but it was like and when you like really kind of like, so like nature for me is huge. I like, that is my therapy, that is everything. And yeah, I actually want to do something with, I thought about that this morning as I was walking, doing something in faith. And I was thinking of calling it like Faithful Footsteps or something. So I might have, that's maybe my cue to have you lead it. So we'll talk about this app. No, but again, and just bringing people like, again, me, I struggled for so long. And then like, I mean, she has helped me. So many people have helped me to get to where I am today. So maybe that's what we talk about next is our little walks. We can do a little hike and, you know,
We could do that.
yeah,
That sounds fun.
I would love that. Okay. So we're almost done, but I think we kind of said this a little bit, but if again, you had one message that you wanted to share with somebody, what would you want to share like with them?
Long time ago, I got, I read a lot of books, and long time ago, I got a couple of bookmarks or book, whatever call it. And one said, is the footprint of Jesus, the poem, and it's amazing. Because when you are in your lowest moments, you have to, and I don't know if you know it about it, but is a person who was upset with talking to God, to Jesus, and say, how is that possible that in the lowest moment, you said, you promised me that you will walk with me. How is that possible that I only had a pair of feet there, footprints in the sand? I said, because those moments I was holding you. I was carrying you. That is amazing. If you can find it, please do it. It's a good remembrance of him. And another thing is another bookmark. It says, faith doesn't do things easier. It makes them possible.
You're hired for my walks.
No, and you know,
but,
I'm obviously you have to put some kind of label.
Yeah.
But if you want to label me in some way, somehow, I'm a follower of Jesus. And I think that he keeps everything together.
Yeah.
And he promised, he said to us to love everybody. You don't have to like what they do. Love everybody. So I don't know. I don't want to be labeled as religious.
Right.
But yeah. So that is my.
That's powerful stuff.
It
It
is.
is,
What
yeah.
about you, Miss?
Yeah, I was just gonna kind of piggyback
Yeah.
on what she said, that you do have to love everybody. And Drew, that kind of came up when you were talking, that you might not follow a specific, religion or whatnot, but you love people.
That's right.
You
Right.
do.
And at the end
Support
of
it.
the day, it's love is the number one thing, whatever the source, wherever it comes from. Is it your upbringing? Sounds like you had a wonderful mother that taught you that, or your religion or your community or your, whatever it is. I think love is the most important thing. If we can love ourselves, we can love one another, right? If we can just love everything that is everything in us, right? With everything in us, we can love somebody else. I think that is like, that breaks all walls, because you can love yourself, but if you can't be loved, or you don't allow yourself to be loved, then you won't love them back. And that, for me, I struggled with that. You know, I used to pretend or show that I loved myself very well. I carried myself very well in confidence, but it was just all a front, because I didn't really experience that love until, you know, I know why things happen for a reason. And the minute that I held my baby boy in my chest after he was born, I felt instantly that love. And maybe God just kind of, you know, moved things and adjusted things in my life to teach me what was love.
Yeah.
So I was able to love somebody unconditionally the way he has loved me. And I did not know that.
Yeah.
He told me many times through scripture, through community, through friends, oh, you are loved, you are unique, you are wonderfully made. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, you know, but I didn't realize that. So then when I met my husband, you know, he plays the most wonderful man in my life to teach me how to be loved, because I had my walls up completely, right? Like I had my walls up completely. Like I wanted this whole marriage thing, but I was like to a certain, you know, degree and to a certain like, okay, you know, it just looked different for me. And I was able to distinguish, you know, what was love, right? So I think for me, the biggest message is to just accept the love of Christ, like accept the love of any religion, and feel that love, you know, grab it, store it in your heart so you can pour it out to somebody else, right? You know, and whatever it is, whether it's in your profession, whether it is to your children, whatever that looks like, as crazy as this world is, I think what's missing right now is the love for one another.
Well, and so, and not that I'm going to hijack
Mhm.
Karen's show, but I'm going to hijack Karen's show.
We had 5 minutes, like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
ago.
that's fine. I think I know the owner. So one of the two things is everybody utilizes, we all use the word love,
Yeah.
like the word happy and the word the.
Mhm.
You know, the one thing about love is it's not always happy fun time.
Mm-mm.
Love is real when it's hard,
Yeah.
when it's tough. That's how you know you survive it.
Yeah.
Because that love is there. I love the word unconditional, and you mentioned that, which is
Mhm.
awesome. You know, having the love for a God is great because it builds that confidence level.
Mhm.
But don't be afraid. The number one person you need to love first is you.
Yeah.
You need to look in that mirror and look at your flaws and everything else and go,
Everything. Mhm.
I
Yeah.
love this person.
Mhm.
Because you can't help other people
No.
unless you can fix you.
100%.
Otherwise, you're just contradicting everything you're
Mhm.
saying, right? But the word love is a hard word because we say it quite often, but a lot of people don't realize or even understand what it means
Mhm.
because they quit real easy when it gets hard.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, my life mate, we've been together 30 years, still my best friend. She's
Mhm.
awesome. She puts up with me, right? and that's and I'll say I put up with her, but I won't on camera. But you know, at the same time, we fought like cats, dogs. We were on the brink several times, but we only had each other,
Mm.
and we were out of state. We didn't have anybody, family chirping in our ears.
Mhm.
No outside opinions. It was just each other.
Yeah.
Then we learned how to adapt to each other, and then we grew together.
Mm.
And so now our arguments are based on who left the cabinet open, and then why is the milk thing out, and silly, right? Silly, funny stuff. But true love is like, listen, my significant other lost a limb, and now you have to live that life and adapt to
Yeah.
it, and no matter how hard it gets, you are there.
Mhm.
That's true love, but you have to do that for you,
Oh,
too.
100%.
Not just for a God, but for
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
too.
Absolutely.
One last question, and then we'll end the session. This involves you.
Mm.
Okay, I'm going to ask all three of you a question. Okay?
Yeah.
And it is in a short amount of words. If you met up with your 18-year-old self, what would be the quick advice you would give? Start with Mabel.
Oh, be strong and courageous.
Mm. Mhm.
God has your back.
Awesome. Karen?
Oh, me? Can we skip me? I don't. 18-year-old self, I would just tell myself how proud I am, how resilient I am. And again, like for my children, what a great example I am of a woman, of a, mother as Christ follower. And that's what I want to leave. That's it.
Awesome.
I would just say, like everything is possible with Christ who gives me strength, just as I would turn to my 18-year-old and said, you got this because, it's going to be okay.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's going to be okay. Whatever you have to face, it's going to be okay. I have an 18-year-old daughter right now. And yeah,
Those are the words.
those are the
Yeah.
words that I would tell her. Everything is going to all work out because I believe it. I trust it. At the end of the day, it all works out.
It does.
That's awesome. My 18-year-old self, I would just let them know, hey, listen, you're going by the name Cappuccino moving forward. Everybody wants one. Nobody hates one. That is Connecting the Dots with Karen. Hey, listen, folks, until next time, stay positive. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Karen, I can't wait for your next episode. Ladies, thank you for joining
Thank
today.
you.
What a fun time. This can go on forever. Until then, take care, folks.